An Austin veteran says his hard-earned property tax exemption got lost in the shuffle when he bought a new home. Concerned someone else was getting his benefit, he contacted KXAN. Investigator Mike Rush got to the root of what happened and found out how you can protect your tax exemptions.
All right, this is how you do a pillow. I learned this on HGTV. You put a little dimple in it, makes it look unkept.
From pillow chops to general design concepts.
Things in threes,
Keith Romell not only has an eye for design, but order. He chalks it up to his military background and his upbringing.
We clean the house and get our 25 cents for cleaning the bathroom or 50 cents for cleaning our bedroom, whatever. It just kind of stuck with me. I just like things neat and orderly and to look nice.
His condo may reflect that, but there's nothing neat and orderly about the transfer of his property tax exemption when he bought the condo last year. Romell doesn't have to pay property taxes on his residence because he has a 100% service-related property tax exemption.
I was in the Army Reserves. Most of it was reserve time. There's some active duty time in there.
In 1996, Romell says a superior asked him to drive some documents to Corpus Christi for a field training exercise.
I'd been working all day, hadn't planned on traveling that night.
He says outside of Corpus, he fell asleep and his 4Runner flipped.
I was in ICU for a week.
His injuries had lifelong consequences.
I'm in pain daily. I've got knee and back pain.
But when Romell sold his previous East Austin home in May of last year and tried to transfer his disabled veteran exemption to his newly built condo, he says the Travis Central Appraisal District, TCAD, denied the request, stating his property did not legally exist at the start of 2023. Property value is appraised based on its market value on January 1st each year.
I was like, how does it not exist? Well, it was under the builder's property ID number, and when you have a condo, they don't have separate property ID numbers until the unit is sold, and then the following year it takes effect.
While Romell's 100% tax exemption is in effect for 2024 and beyond, he was on the hook for last year's taxes during the months he lived in the condo.
And to come up with, $6,500 that I wasn't expecting to have to pay when I bought the house was a little hard.
Then, just a few weeks ago,
I got a double slap in the face.
The owners of his previous home contacted him, he says, saying they paid their taxes but got the check back because nothing was owed. A TCAD spokesperson tells me even though Romell could not transfer the disabled veteran exemption to his new property, he was still entitled to the benefit for the entire year. And because the appraisal district says he did not explicitly request the exemption be removed from the previous house, which he says he didn't know he had to do, it stayed. In a statement, TCAD's chief appraiser told KXAN Investigates, appraisal districts depend on both the buyer and seller to provide us with this information and complete the necessary documents for us to process any changes.
Management and the handling of the exemptions can kind of be a little bit of a tricky issue.
Lori Michelle is a property tax attorney in Austin, used to battling with TCAD and other appraisal districts on behalf of property owners. She disagrees with TCAD's interpretation of the tax code and believes Romell's exemption should have covered him for all of last year, even if his home wasn't complete at the start of the year. It's an issue she thinks state lawmakers should address.
There really needs to be, I think, a little bit more of a balance here because we do see these situations, such as with this disabled veteran, where they just get caught right in between the cracks.
There you go, good girl.
Meanwhile, Romell is relieved to find out his exemption will not be misused after the Travis County Tax Office eventually rebilled the owners of his previous home who got the refund. And he says he wants to work with state lawmakers to close the loophole that made him pay.
If there's any kind of bill that could be drafted or formed and law created to prevent this from happening to someone else in the future, I'm happy to be part of that.
Mike Rush, KXAN Investigates.
And there are several types of exemptions, including general homestead exemption and 65 or older. The tax attorney suggests reviewing the appraisal notice you get from your appraisal district to make sure your exemptions are there, and she says protest if they aren't there. She also recommends contacting your appraisal district's exemptions department before moving or making any changes to your property to see how your plans could impact your exemptions.